All right, let's talk about Minecraft. Something that I'm sure I must have talked about it at least once or twice, just maybe to talk about this movie or to talk about the game in general in relation to something random. But let's talk about Minecraft, something that I'm sure I've very rarely touched upon on this YouTube channel. Minecraft is obviously a game that I'm sure almost everyone has either watched someone play or someone has, you've played yourself. It's one of those games that kind of just transcends everything, right? It's so universal. It's become one of the biggest games. It's not one of those sort of first-person shooter kind of games that's quote unquote, the gaming community plays a lot of or whatever. It's just a game that I've played a lot of myself, just with friends and just had a good time with it. It's a really fun game to be creative and to do all these kinds of things. It really is what I said at the beginning. It's virtual Lego kind of on steroids. It's, you can build whatever you want. You can, destroy it at the whim of, on a whim if you want. It's a really fun kind of imaginative look at a survival game, also with a creative side to it as well. So really, really fun game. When they announced they were going to be making a movie, I had the same reaction that I did when they announced they were going to be making a Lego movie, that's crazy. I don't understand. The Lego movie, it turns out, is one of my favorite movies. I suppose one of the biggest pleasant surprises that I'd ever seen. It was a really fantastic movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I'd be willing to bet, just based on what I remember from that film, that it holds up. It's a really wonderful film that is surprisingly heartfelt at the end as well. So I really like the Lego movie, and they were able to do a lot that was inventive with it. So ever since the Lego movie, when these concepts come out, and there have been a lot of knockoff concepts, like the Emoji Movie, that did not turn out well. Barbie, I suppose, was kind of in that vein, although I think it ended up going in a very different direction, so I'm not going to count that. But, there are a lot of properties that take these kind of cartoony video games, and cartoony is not a bad word. It's just, sort of colorfully animated properties, and turn them into movies based on video games or toys or whatever. So Minecraft, when they announced they were going to be making a movie, I kind of thought, okay, that's fine. I personally just don't see it, but they can surprise me just like they surprised me with the Lego movie. So we finally got our first trailer for the Minecraft movie, and I have just really one big question about all of this. Why is this not completely CG animated? You made a Super Mario Bros. Film, and you learned your lesson from the 1980s film with Bob Hoskins. Poor guy, and poor everybody who worked on that film. Because, oh my gosh, just the images from that film, some of the Koopas and Bowser. Anyways, you made a completely CG animated Mario film, and it's not the greatest film to ever exist, but it's fun. It's really fun, and for me, who grew up playing Nintendo, it's really, really nostalgic. It's really fun. So why did we have to... I get that the avatars of Steve and Alex or whatever in Minecraft are kind of generic if they were just transplanted directly from their character models. Obviously, you'd have to change something like, if you thought about a Lego figure, right? The Lego figure that Emmett is based off of, sort of the generic construction worker. I mean, you'd have to animate, expression on their faces, right? So, fine, whatever, do that. My question is, why does it look like just a bunch of actors walking around on a green screen? I mean, you want to talk about the volume. No, this is like real 3D people walking in a very 2D plane. And it just doesn't really work. It feels like everything is being composited together. Who knows? They might have built all these sets for real, but it doesn't really change the aesthetic of what's being pictured here. It just looks like people by people, I mean Jason Momoa and Danielle Brooks, amongst others. We'll talk about Jack Black in just a second. Walking around really fake environments and just saying random things that don't even feel like Minecraft. The llama joke at the end, I don't get how it was a joke. It was just a llama. Like, what am I supposed to take out of that? So just really strange, honestly, in that regard. On top of that, nothing about it felt incredibly Minecraft that was related to the people. I know that there were a couple scenes where Jason Momoa, who's playing Alex, I think, is crafting something. Okay, I guess. I think the rest of the trailer that was animated looked pretty okay. It looked like a good backdrop for a entirely different Minecraft movie. But, I mean... Then Steve Jobs, I almost said Steve Jobs. Then Jack Black shows up as Steve, and it's like, okay, why? And he goes, I am Steve, and it's like, okay. I mean, if you play Minecraft, you get the reference, but to call it a joke would be, I think, very far-fetched. So yeah, I mean, I would say this for the Minecraft movie trailer. I'm not saying I don't think that the trailer upset me, or the trailer, was a bad trailer, because I've seen trailers that I just dislike immediately. The trailers are only a couple minutes long, and I've seen trailers where I go, oh no, and those movies could end up being really good. So who knows? This trailer might be kind of a middling, questionable, crazy trailer to a really good movie. I don't know. I'll probably see the movie anyway, so we'll see. But really, my biggest emotion after seeing this trailer is just confusion. I don't get any of the choices that were made. The things that were supposed to be jokes were not funny at all. And you get A-list actors. I mean, A-list in the sense of, big stars like Jason Momoa and Jack Black, and Danielle Brooks is really good in Peacemaker. Really liked her in Peacemaker. What is the movie? What's the point of the movie? I just don't understand. So yeah, I mean, you'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Maybe you guys really love the trailer, and maybe I'm just crazy out here. So I don't know. I would be really, really curious to hear what you guys have to say about this Minecraft movie trailer. So let me know in comments down below, because I'm confused.